Aloha, y'all. It is Thursday, named after Thor etymologically. Clearly, the 27th of March. Before I get into the astrological weather, I'll show you the cards I've pulled. The Chariot card, the Four of Swords, and Tarantula, number 13. I've actually written music for all the major arcana, so I'll post that in the comments. Very cool, kind of funky rock song, something like Dazed and Confused vibes. Check it out. But it's called Forward Momentum, right? So, anyway, the Sun, 7 degrees, Aries. Moon, 9 degrees, Pisces. Mercury, retrograding, 2 degrees, Aries. That's 5 degrees away from the Sun. Venus now is retrograding in Pisces, 29 degrees. That's still conjunct Mercury, even though they're in separate signs. Mars, 22 Cancer. Jupiter, 15 Gemini. Saturn, 23 Pisces. That is loosely 6 degrees, basically, conjunct Saturn, Venus and Saturn. Uranus is at 24 degrees Taurus, Neptune 29 Pisces. That's exactly conjunct the Venus retrograde and conjunct technically Mercury retrograde as well. North node's at 27 degrees Pisces, so that's 2 degrees away from the Neptune. 2 degrees also from obviously Venus retrograde, and 4 degrees, 4 or 5 degrees from Mercury. So that's loosely conjunct too. Black Moon Lilith has entered Scorpio, and Chiron is in Aries at 22 degrees. The major aspects really that are happening. Uranus is squaring the, or rather, Jupiter, not Uranus, is squaring the Moon, and Pluto is squaring Black Moon Lilith. Mars is squaring Black Moon Lilith. All those conjunctions I talked about. Mars is trining Saturn, as well as Mercury, as well as uh, the North Node, Venus, Neptune conjunction situation. Sorry, I'm a little scattered, but I will progress. So, the card of the day is the major arcana for the Cancers. It's a Jupiter ruled day today, Thursday, but if you're a Cancer, you got this going on for you. Taking charge of your own destiny. Seizing the moment, letting the momentum carry you forward, finishing what you've set into motion. Don't hesitate, you can do this. The Chariot card, I am confident that with discipline I will succeed. The Chariot is the war vehicle that carries this dreadlock Bowie-esque king forward to victory against his enemies. His battle dress, demeanor, and maturity suggest that he has been navigating the battlefield for many years. In life, like Homer's great champion and Trojan War hero Odysseus, who, in the Odyssey, faces tremendous travails on his long return home after the war, the ingeniously early won victories turned to absurdly challenging battles requiring enormous tenacity. Weathered by time, experience, and adversity, he knows that he will not be successful without rigorous preparation, planning, creativity, and above all, self control. He understands he must rein in his emotions and control his natural aggression and ferocity, right? Moon in Pisces, Sun in Aries, while focusing his mind on what he wants to achieve. He must not get carried away by his ambition or imagination, Sun in Aries, Moon in Pisces. Balancing head with heart, masculine and feminine, he knows he must travel with complete concentration and awareness on the difficult path, all the while keeping his wheels in motion. Without control, the Komodo dragons pulling his great chariot will run wild and make a bid for freedom. The chariot itself is part organic tree and part mechanism expressing the means by which humanity has sought to engineer and collaborate with nature. The venomous Komodo dragons are powerful predators capable of taking down large prey with their large serrated teeth. They appear slow and cumbersome, but these lizards are all muscle and can move at explosive speed, a powerful reminder to trust our own survival instincts. This card therefore implies the game of life, Jupiter and Gemini, can only be won if we can master our emotions, control our worries and fears, regrets, resignations, and hopelessness. Black Moon Lilith now in Scorpio. Saturn in Pisces. The king driving his chariot symbolizes that self belief and confidence comes from consistently refocusing one's thoughts and ideas to the objective and goal at hand. Pluto in Aquarius. We must move past the limbic system, the stress response of fight or flight, to engage with greater emotional intelligence. When we know ourselves, our motivations and needs, the why of why we do things, we can become more aware of when we are off track. The chariot ultimately signifies hard won success, and whatever this card is connected to demands completion. Finish what you start, and if you're working with people, maintain balance and harmony by acknowledging people's needs and feelings while maintaining control. Moon in Pisces, Sun in Aries. We can consciously and creatively release frustrations and engage in the power of positive self talk, the mantra that will keep our wheels turning in the right direction. Mercury retrograde, we can still, and Venus retrograde, we can still make things work even though we're kind of muddling through it. Although you must take people's needs and feelings into consideration, ultimately you must take full responsibility for your words and your deeds. So taking charge of your own destiny, seizing the moment, letting that momentum carry you forward, finishing what you've set into motion, don't hesitate. You can do this. The clarifying card is the Four of Swords. So if you're an air sign, like Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius, you are a sword. This is the mind, or the intellection. And on page 128, I allow myself to rest in stillness. Meditation, taking care of the mind as well as the body. Rest before you're putting your plans into motion. So we have things we want to get done. We've got to get out there and do it. But sometimes, just like in NASCAR, you have to like go into the pit stop and make it, take a breather before you jump into the fray, right? So we're going to make moves, but maybe the move first is to like recuperate, rest, focus, reevaluate. Any retrograde, you're really doing that. Reevaluating, remixing, reevaluating. I said that twice. You see my point. So if you could put a re-word on there, it's probably happening during a retrograde. The animal is the tarantula on page 56, number 13. It is time to bring together disparate aspects of your life. Everything is connected. This is about connection, right? When you are afraid or unsure, it is important to know that you are never alone. You can do magic. We all can. North Node conjunct Neptune and Pisces, conjunct Mercury and Venus. Inadvertently. The magic of the tarantula. Spider magic, and specifically tarantula magic, is protective and connective. Webs don't just trap prey, they support and protect the spider as well. It's both and, Jupiter and Gemini. It is a mistake to think that spider magic is evil or dangerous, as very few cultures see the spider in this fashion. When you feel you need greater connection to life or you need support, particularly in creative matters, ask the spider for help. So I think the vibe on this Thursday, on this Jupiter-ruled day, is that we have things we want to do. We have moves we want to make, Sun and Aries. We're probably dreaming and fantasizing a little, Moon and Pisces. Probably, my dreams have been ratchet. I don't know about y'all's. And our dreams are beautiful and good. North Node conjunct Neptune and Pisces. But our minds, Mercury retrograding over that, and our values, Venus retrograding conjunct that Mercury over the Neptune North Node conjunction, is like we're reassessing what our dreams are. How are we connected to things? The circle of life. Where are we reaching for things but we feel stuck, right? Maybe we need to take a breather, a chill pill, and say, you know what? It's all good. It reminds me a little of Altamont, which is a concert that was supposed to be like Woodstock 2.0. The Rolling Stones hired the Hells Angels in California to do the security. They were drunk and biker gang or whatever. So when the concert started, they were all wasted and beating people and even killed a guy. And Mick Jagger was like, babies, please stop, trying to control the situation. Everybody at that concert was connected, right? They chose to be there, whether they were sober or not, whether they were a victim or a perpetrator or a bystander or whatever. If they had just taken a moment, just like he's saying, baby, chill, babies. If they had chilled for a second, maybe they could have moved forward more effectively. But no matter what, in that instance, all the, dominoes were in alignment for that catastrophe to occur. So we have to make moves, right? But let's do it consciously, and consciously at a greater degree, to know that everything is connected karmically and beyond. So if you want to kind of get an idea of what that looks like for you, holler for a reading. Astrology readings, $150 for 3 hours. I can do a shorter kind of drive-by version for less, so holler if you are in a budget kind of situation. Tarot cards and oracle cards, 1 hour, $50. I can do a shorter, quicker drive-by version of that, once again, if you're in a budget, because I pull like 8 cards and talk about them and stuff. But pendulums, synastry charts, astrocartography, whatever. I can help you understand where your moves are, where to move in your vehicle, why you're designed that way, and how to go. But ultimately, you're going to have to get to the hub of your own wheel, just like this mandala. Shout out to tetramode.com. He's coming on my podcast on the 1st of April. We have to get into the center, be the hub, and then we can see all those spokes, all these connections more effectively, and know how to make moves in them. Speaking of the podcast, just had Molly Wright on. She's a chaos witch / occultist animator. Very cool. I'll post that in the comments. If you haven't seen the Team Rabbit Hole episodes or podcast, we're on episode 304, and we're moving along. He'll be 305. So check out the podcast, holler for readings, enjoy your Thursday, and I'll catch y'all on the flip side. And listen to my song that I wrote for the Chariot card. You'll probably dig it. Adios.